What's up, y'all? So we're here in another video today. Today we're going over the new art that recently came out, which is going to be the Sunstone Helix Spike. Now I did have this leveled up for a few days, just testing out different builds and stuff like that, just to see any type of new potential builds I can come up with, stuff like that on different tunes. Now I did let it marinate for a few days, because I know the first day I did the Razor art, first day impressions, it wasn't the greatest impression, just because obviously controller being my main power, me not having access to multiple healing moves to help prop my Razors. I think I was a little salty about that, so I didn't give it the best review. But yeah, Razor is a must-have art as of right now. But like I said, let Sunstone Helix Spike marinate just a little bit, so I'm gonna give my honest thoughts about it. And yeah, let's get into it. So with Sunstone Helix Spike, pretty much what this is sort of first ability, or the first passive, Sunstone Shards. It's going to be extra damage by using a weapon combo, which is going to be 30% of your precision. Think of it as a Sinestro's Corrupted Power Ring. Sinestro's Corrupted Power Ring is going to be for your might. Sunstone Helix is for precision. Pretty much it's just extra passive damage just by playing. Obviously this is precision. This is going to be the might based one. And pretty much what it is, like I said, it's 30% of your precision. You can build up to a maximum of 10 stacks of it. And the cooldown is 2 seconds. So I can probably show you better than I can tell you. So I put on dual wield because for some reason I put on brawling. And if you look at the combos for brawling, there's nothing that says tap triangle that counts as a combo, but it is counted as a combo for the artifact. So it's kind of weird. Like I said, with dual wield, the tap triangle doesn't proc it. But if I hold, it'll proc Helix Spike. So I'm not sure if that's just a bug for brawling. I haven't tried other weapons like that. When it comes to the tap hold, that's not part of the combos. So I'm not sure if that's a bug or not. So if I put on brawling, and I tap it, I'll get Helix Spike as well. So like I said, it's passive damage just by using your weapon combos. It doesn't have to be cross weapon. Anything that's on the combo list for your weapons, you can use. So obviously with brawling, you can use tap triangle. It's not on there, but maybe I missed it. If I missed it, just let me know in the comments if I missed it. But I didn't see tap triangles as a combo for brawling. That's gonna be a Helix Spike, and it's gonna fill up your bar too. Take this off. It'll fill up your bar right here at the bottom. The R2 triangle, which is going to be your Sunstone Shatter. So pretty much what this is, it's the ability, and you can fill it up to a maximum of 10 stacks, and it's going to be 40% of your precision, so a maximum of 400% precision if you use the ability at max stacks. And then obviously you get some healing back when you use the ability, and you get a health buff for 30 seconds. So you have a potential at max stacks 30% health buff with Sunstone Shatter. So I don't remember what my health was. So actually I can check. My health is at 2.3. Keep building up my stacks. Check it again, make sure 2.3. Actually, let me heal myself real quick. Make sure I'm above 50%. All right, 2.3, and let's use the ability. I'm at 2.8 health, so that's pretty cool. Nice little health buff. I'm in troll roll, so obviously that affects my my tetra. The more health I have, the more might I can get out of tetra that I can apply to me in the group. So that works well with that. And that's pretty much it with this art. Honestly, it's not really nothing much to explain more, other than you get some passive damage using your weapon combos with the Sunstone Shards. And then with Shatter's ability, it does, a good amount of damage based off your precision, and you get your health buff. So like I said, I'm here for the health buff. I'm not really too crazy about the precision stuff, the damage stuff like that. Yeah, that's pretty much it for this, at least for my build with the controller role in the overall overview of the artifact. So on to the next potential build. All right, y'all. So we're on my tank. We're on my ISIS build. I did make a video about this previously. I'll put a link in the description if you want to see in-depth breakdown this build. But this is my art setup. This is my ally setup. Flash supercharge bag. So I'm thinking for extra defense for the group. Now, the reason I'm using this Sunstone Helix with the Heart of Isis gives out a health buff to the group. So when you use the Lightning Bolt supercharge move, it's max HP to allies based off your HP. So I'm just curious to see, if this works in conjunction with this, for the allies. I'm pretty sure this is going to work together, for me, obviously, with the extra health. But I just wonder if the extra health from this is going to apply to this as well, the Heart of Isis for my group members. If it does, that's crazy. So we're gonna let's go on and test it out. So let's go ahead and build up our stacks real quick. Make sure you stay above 50% health too when you're doing this. All right, so we got max stacks. So before we do that, let's look at my health. So it's at 3.1. So let's go ahead and get it started. Get combat. Rotate all of these. And bam. And bam. So I wonder what my health is. What? Almost 6 mil, 5.7? That's crazy. 5.7 mil? Jeez. No, that's crazy. I'm still at 5 mil. It just went back down to 3. Holy crap. That's crazy. That's crazy. That's crazy. Probably better if I pop. Actually, I should have popped my Sunstone Helix before I popped the supercharges. That way I get the health buff. And then I get the max HP to ally. So yes, it's probably better to pop this first and then hit your supercharges. So yeah, that's probably the best case scenario. Hit the ability first and then go through your supercharges. Actually, I gotta test that out. See if that stacks with your teammates. So I'll probably do that sometime in the future, and probably just put it down in the comment section or something like that, and just pin it to the top comment if it works or not. But that's crazy. Almost 6 million health. That's crazy. And then on top of that too, I'm giving the group extra defense buff as well. So, jeez, you're making your group tanky as hell. That's crazy. All right, that's very interesting. That's very, very interesting. So, like I said, if it works with this works in conjunction with the Heart of Isis for the allies, for your teammates, and I'll put it in the comment section. But yeah, very interesting build. Very interesting. A lot of potential here. But the way content is right now, I don't know if you really need it, but maybe, fingers crossed, survival mode, harder content, never know. Keep this in your back pocket. But yeah, on to the next one. So real quick, y'all, took my own advice. I ended up popping the ability first and then the Isis supercharges. The health is even better. Watch this. Now that's almost 6 mil. 5.9, man. That's crazy. That's crazy. That's crazy. Yeah, a lot of potential. A lot of potential. But no, that's all. That's all I wanted to show y'all real quick. So now we're on to the next one. All right, so for my next build, I don't know what to call this, the Clarion build. I don't know, the healing build, the healing weapon build. I don't know what to call it, whatever. But it's gonna be these 5 arts right here. With Clarion, if you don't know what Clarion does, it's gonna pretty much heal you. Every time you do a weapon attack, and you do a little bit extra damage based off of your restoration and precision. Get extra precision from here, so that's gonna help that. Get extra precision here, that's gonna help that. And then this gives you extra resto, so that's gonna help this as well. And let's see, you already went with Sunstone Helix does. Obviously, we're using our weapon because we got Clarion in, so going to be doing extra damage. And let's see, Red Tornado is going to be giving us extra might, which is going to make our razor proc stronger. Just going to increase our might, make our razor proc stronger, and then any damage you do with Red Tornado on, you get healing back. So more equilibrium procs. And same thing with Clarion, since it heals you back, more equilibrium procs. And plus two, this takes away your damage when you use weapon attack. So with you healing it back between these two arts, it kind of cancels out. Well, should cancel out in a way. But yeah, that's pretty much it for this setup right here. I think the allies are running is, I don't know, Batman Glass and, and Superboy. Just to get the extra precision, you know. Obviously, it's luck of the draw, so there's a chance to get extra precision. And obviously, me being a tank, you know, at least a fire tank, I benefit off 3 of the 4 cards. So just trying different things out. Like I said, this is just a more so of a play around build, not necessarily like a, you know, in game meta. Oh my god, ultimate tank. No, it's not. There's something to play around with. Kill some raid content. I don't know. If you're good enough, you probably could come into Elite and, you know, use this build as well. But if you're good enough, so it's something to play around with. So let's get to this. So we pop our weapon buff. Clarion's gonna give us a shield. We got razor procs going on. Where's my Helix Spike at? My Helix Spike is bugged out, so let's use that real quick. And see, I'm getting a little bit of health back. Obviously, I'm not getting my red tornado healing back on sparring targets. Alright, so I think my my ability is bugged out. None of the combos are working. So I wonder if I take it off and put it back on, it'll work. I'm gonna just put another move on or something. Put that there. All right, let's see if it works now. And my Helix Spike is bugged out for some reason. Alrighty. Well, hopefully you guys get the picture. This is more so just potential builds. It's not necessarily a full showcase of this build in particular. I did actually ran content with this build. I ran it last weekend. It was storming and my power flickered, so I didn't get a chance to hit save recent gameplay for the content I did. It was like an alert or something like that. It was nothing major. But I don't know why it's bugged. But yeah, it was nothing major. The content I did run, I did finish the top of the leaderboards, but you know, it was raid content. I'm not really take that with a grain of salt. But I was tanking, obviously the tank build, doing weapon combos, stuff like that, doing damage. So I guess it's considered as like a battle tank, but you're doing a lot of healing too as well. So in a sense, you're kind of doing both at the same time. Like I said, it's more so just to show out the potential builds and stuff like that. But this is what I came up with. It does work. I haven't tried it like in super, like, I guess, difficult content, but like I said, it's potential. Just you know, different builds that I came up with and that I brainstorm and whatnot. So yeah, that's pretty much it. Like I said, you know, I don't know what's up with the bug on why it's not building up my stacks, but it is what it is. It's cool. Like I said, it is what it is. Just showcase the loadouts. That's all. But yeah, on to the next. All right, so I'm on my sorcery character. The idea behind this potential build is a whole bunch of passive damage. What I mean by that is, you know, I got Sunstone Helix, a whole bunch of passive damage. I got Sinestro Crow the Ring, passive damage, and this is passive damage as well. And then obviously you got Book buffing me up, Trans buffing me up. And you know, that's it for this build. And y'all probably thinking like, well, why do you have precision and might? Why are you mixing both the two? Well, I was thinking, you know, a hybrid build, right? Now I am still spec, you know, augment wise is might, head augment is might, but you know, skill point wise, I did spec into both trees, precision and might. So figure that might make a little difference. But nah, the hybrid thing did not work for me as far as, you know, the numbers I was seeing. I was not happy with the numbers I was seeing. And it's not more so about, you know, it being the meta build or whatever the case may be. It's more so being a competent DPS. As long as I'm not a bottom feeder and I'm carrying my weight, I can care less about being at the top. But if I can be a competent DPS, I'm cool with that. And I'm cool with finding different builds to be a competent DPS. like I said, I got, y'all, if y'all don't know about it, I have multiple tunes. I'm not finna rock the same exact DPS loadout on every single last tune. I'm gonna switch it up. Obviously, you see I have Fury in here. Fury's gonna ride with me until the game dies on this character. So we gonna pet it out. But let's see if our Helix is still working. So we're gonna hit a few weapon combos real quick. All right, I was about to say I thought my thing was bugged. It's gonna be bugged for the rest of the day. All right, so it is working. Cool. Let me go ahead and hit that real quick. Get that out the way. But pretty much with this, if you look at weapons, rifle, tap is a combo for this one. So this one counts as a combo, the tap, triangle, unlike the other weapons. So my theory behind this was if I can just throw in a few taps between different power rotations and stuff like that, it's going to proc the Artifact Sunstone shards. So if we get that passive damage going on, I got, you know, Corrupted Ring going on, Sinestros Ring going on, then I got Fury, you know, going on. So I was like, you know, maybe I get some passive damage. You know, it sounds good on paper, sounds real good on paper, but parse wise, it is not the best. So wait till our Corrupted Ring builds back. I think it's 15 seconds, right? Yeah, that's cool. That's 45 seconds uptime, cooldown 60 seconds. Yeah, so 15 seconds. So give it a little bit, and then we're gonna start the rotation and just look at our numbers. And it ain't the best numbers. And I was like, dang, I expected a little bit better, especially with me rocking razors too. I expect the numbers to be a lot better. But it's okay. Hopefully I don't mess up the rotation. I remember what I did. So let's get it started. Oop. So that. So you got the picture. Was it 42? 42 being my highest parse. Probably should do one more parse, but it's cool. It's just it's not a full build showcase. It's cool. Probably should do one more parse. Finish that off. But 42 being my max. That's about right. That's about what I was getting the other day. 42 being my max. So it's like, it's okay. Right? It's okay. 42 being the max, but 42 parts isn't bad, right? But when you average in the 25s, you know, 25, 30s, to me that ain't good. Because if I just switch to this right here real quick, like it's crazy. Now I'm not trying to sit here and say that, oh, you compare it to the water sword. Obviously, you know, this is what's hot right now. But it's like, to me, I feel like it's just so far behind. My lowest parser is my highest parser with the other build. I even messed up on my my water sword. It's cool, but you understand what I'm saying. Like 48, I didn't mess up my water sword. Look, I messed up on my water sword just now, and I got a 48 mil parser. Like me messing up is still higher than what my max was for that build. So I was like, yeah. So yeah, that build, yeah. I'm not precision wise. It didn't, the damage aspect of it, not the best in my opinion. Even with the people that went full prec that I talked to and ran with, they said it's not worth it. So damage wise, I don't think it's worth it. If you're here for the health buff, I say, you know, level up if you want to, slowly grind it, wait for 2x artifact fortification, for the artifact. But yeah, overall this art is it's an okay art. You know, it's okay art, especially with damage side. Damage side, I say probably avoid it. You know, I ain't gonna say avoid it, but the reason I say don't avoid it because I'm pretty sure they might come out with stuff to synergize with this to make this and the next art stronger than what it is. I don't know. Who knows? We don't know. But definitely you can hold out on this. Like I said, wait for 2 XP fortification if you really want this art to play with. But or slow grind it, you know, put XP in little by little here and there every other day or whatnot. You can do that as well. But overall, this art is just a art to play around with. Like I said before, this is just one of these arts just to play with, right? You know, at the end of the day, artifact. At the end of the day, all artifact is just the buff, enhance your gameplay, enhance whatever you're doing. In this case, it's enhancing weapon attacks or weapon combos. In this case, that's all it's doing. You know, same thing with other arts. You know, this art is here to enhance your crits. Same thing as this, enhance your crits. Enhance your damage out. With passive damage, you know, enhance passive damage. You know, it's just, you know, every art's different, and this is no different than any other art. It's here to enhance, you know, passive damage to your weapon attacks. You know, it's catering to people that like to use the weapon. You know, is it going to change the quote unquote meta as far as, you know, being the top of the leaderboards? And but like I said, it's more so of a personal preference based on your playstyle, and most people's playstyle isn't dealing with weapons, so that's why, yes, most of the community is a little bit upset about this. It is what it is. Like I said, you know, like I was here for the health buff more than anything, for different builds. But for damage side, yes, it's very on the underperformance side of things. That's just my opinion on it. You know, tell me what you think about it in the comments. But that's gonna be it for me. Showcase a few loadouts, few potential loadouts. I meant showcase the artifact, how it works, and that's pretty much it. You know, hopefully I didn't drag out this video too much for you guys. But yeah, it's gonna be it for me. Water boy out.